understand polymerization reaction, we need to understand the very fundamental, what is polymer. As we said, polymer is the units of monomers or copolymers joining together, and therefore they create a chain, a bigger unit, and this bigger unit is what is known as polymer. Now this polymer can either have the identical units, we call those as homopolymers. All the repeating units are the same. However, they could be copolymers where the repeating units have one or more functional groups which are present. Now, this polymerization reaction can occur in two ways. The first one is the addition reaction, or which is also known as the chain growth. The other one is the condensation reaction, or which is known as step growth. So chain growth is one after the other. In chain growth or additional reaction, there are two ways. Either it is the free radical mechanism or the ionic mechanism. So what are the two methods under chain growth or addition reaction? Under addition reaction, it can be free radical method or what is known as ionic method. However, free radical method is the most popular among those. The condensation, which is also known as step growth reaction, is where there are reacting units, and these reacting units actually have one or more functional groups, and when they react, they release either water. As the name suggests, it is condensation. So there is either release or elimination of water, or a simple molecule which is released. So that is why it is known as condensation or step growth. Now note, condensation reaction is different from copolymer. Copolymer is a polymer where you have bifunctional or more than bifunctional groups which are present. However, condensation reaction is a reaction where you have the reaction that releases or eliminates water or simple molecules. Now, if the same units are reacting again and again, we call this as self-condensation. If there are different units reacting, then we call it as a condensation reaction. Now, what are the examples of polymerization under addition reaction? So, in the addition reaction, ethene join together to form polythene. Tetrafluoroethene joins to form polytetrafluoroethene, which is also known as teflon. Acronitrile join to form polyacronitrile. So all these are considered as addition reactions. The most important thing, as we have talked about, addition reactions occur when there are unsaturated hydrocarbons. What does that mean? The hydrocarbon must have either a double bond or a triple bond. That means it is relatively more reactive. It wants to attain a stable structure. So here we have ethene, nitrile. So all of those have unsaturated groups, and therefore addition reaction takes place. The next is condensation reaction. Condensation reaction occurs where there are either, it could be a self-condensation, for example, polyamide, polyesters, esters combining together, amides combining together, and there is elimination. So we call it a self-condensation. But there could be where one or more functional groups are involved. So phenol with formaldehyde, melamine with formaldehyde. So here we say it is across the units, and therefore copolymer, these have copolymer units, and therefore we have a condensation process here where elimination would occur. Now the elimination, as we said, could be simply water or simple compounds which could be there. So this is the basic understanding of the polymerization reaction. If you are clear with this table, you have the most important essence of what is polymerization reactions, and you would understand the difference between the addition, which is the chain growth, and the condensation, which is the step growth. In condensation or step growth, there is elimination. However, under addition, there is formation of free radical or ionic species. So in an addition reaction, there is either a free radical which is formed or a ionic species, but most common of those is a free radical, and therefore we would study free radical mechanism in detail separately.